Hi guys, it's me again, FLYWITHMEFPV, and what I have here is a 5-inch frame from iFlight. The name of the frame is iX5, and this is the version 2. I am not aware of the version 1 or seen the version 1, but SN Hobbies provided me this frame to review, build, and test. So anyways, I'll go through the specs and then go over, the maybe gear that I used for this build. It's going to be very challenging, but from my measurement, it's actually 210 millimeters motor to motor. Now, I don't know if you could see from the video or from this view, but this is like a semi-deadcat type of frame. And I'll show you why. See this? This is 160 millimeters. If this is an H or an X or a true X or a stretch X, it should be the same, right? But that's 160, and here it's 140. It came with this packaging. Yeah, that one. Oops. There you go. And then it came with the hardware stickers and this one, battery strap stickers with the frame. So anyways, let's get that out of the way. So anyways, out of the package, what I notice immediately is the quality of the carbon. It is in my opinion, good or better quality than the other ones that I've seen on the same price range from China. So this one not only that the carbon is of good quality, but how it is milled or how it's cut. See, it's very smooth, not like some of the frames that I reviewed in the past. When you slide your fingers there, there's actually some remnants of the carbon fiber. If I don't know what you call them, but when they cut it, if it's not cleanly cut, you could easily cut yourself with small carbon fiber sticking out. So that's I noticed out of this packaging. So we measured 210 from motor to motor. It's a deadcat configuration. It's a unibody. See that? It's one base plate and it's 4 millimeters. The top plate is 2 millimeters. So this is a as I've said, it's a unibody configuration. So there are no arms that are detachable or replaceable. When you break an arm, you replace basically the whole bottom plate. So the hardware that came with it are the standoffs, the screws, and yeah, there's a rubber grommet here that you could use if you still use those antennas that has an SMA or an RP SMA at the end. Perfect for mounting it here. The screws are countersunk, which is good, top and bottom. There's 4 standoffs, by the way. And all of the screws that came with it to secure the standoffs to the frame are all countersunk, so that's really good. Even the ones that hold the flight controller, so that way when you put your batteries all flush and it doesn't sometimes when you use it's not a countersunk screw, it can damage the battery on if you crash. See these holes that they provided? It's very useful. It gives you a lot of mounting options, especially for your VTX, because I'm using a TBS, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a TBS Unify. This is the racing edition, so it's kind of big. But apparently the holes that were on the top plate is perfect to secure the VTX on the top plate here. So I'm using an AXI antenna with a UFL connector, so it's perfect to go there. Lots of real estate. I'm using a Speedix 4-in-1 and a Furious FPV Fortini F4. This is the earlier version. It doesn't have OSD. I'm running my OSD, or the voltage and timer and call sign, on the Runcam. This is a Runcam Swift, which has Runcam Swift 2 that can also read voltage if you wire it directly to your power lead. And XM Plus receiver, that's the 2-wire diversity. Powerhouse, it's a, I don't know if you could see that, but it's a Emax 2306 2400 motor, spinning HQ props for 5 by 4.8 by 3. So we measured the motor to motor, and it's a deadcat configuration. And let's weigh this. Now this is without a battery. It's 308 grams. So I think this is a good candidate as a racing quad. I don't race that much. I do a lot of freestyle flying, but I tried this with a GoPro, and it works perfectly as well. I'm showing you the weight because some the racers, the pilots that race a lot, they're very particular about weight. I'm pretty sure with a different type of configuration or motor or prop, you can still reduce that weight. Shred a few more grams here and there. If you use a micro run cam or a smaller run cam, or maybe a lighter prop or a lighter set of motors, it will still go down. So but for now, even at that weight, this is for me, in my opinion, can be used for racing. And you could also use this for freestyle, because I tried earlier. I had a GoPro mount there, a generic one, and it fits perfectly. This also comes with a, see that as a camera bracket, brace, whatever you call it, and the camera is well protected. I'm pretty sure if you use a smaller camera like the micros or the Cadix S1 Micro, you will be able to protect it more, because this part is gonna protrude. Now again, it also depends on the type of lens that you use, because you might see the standoffs on your goggles. Now this one I don't see. I think this is a 2.3 lens. My 2.1 lens is on its way, but until that happens, I'm gonna stick with this. I can see from a 2.3, I can see the prop. So 2.1, the standoffs here might show. So just a piece of advice: if you are gonna use 2.1 or lower lens like a 1.8, definitely these are gonna show. And depending on the camera that you use, if it's smaller, then it's gonna be pushed back a bit, and yeah, that's gonna be something that you need to be aware of. So this is the iX5 version 2 from iFlight. You can get this from SN Hobbies. I'll link the product description in the description part of this video. Jump right into the maiden flight footage.